Less than 1% of cars on the road ever reach 300,000 miles. But Toyotas, they can easily push past 400,000 miles. And it's not just about oil changes and tire rotations. That's only half the story. But what is the other half? In today's video, I'll reveal 11 hidden tricks that your mechanic doesn't share with you. Stick around till the end, because the last one could easily save you enough money for a family vacation. Secret number 1. Use anti-seize on spark plug. Threads. Ever tried pulling out a spark plug and it feels like it's glued in there? That's not just stuck, it's seized. See, Toyota engines often use aluminum heads, and spark plugs are made of steel. Add heat, moisture, and years of driving, and those two metals bond together tighter than a rusted bolt on an old pickup. If you force it, you can strip the threads, and that means a costly head repair. The fix is super simple. A tiny dab of anti-seize compound on the spark plug threads. Only the threads, never the tip. Don't slather it on either. Just a light touch is enough. Nickel or copper-based anti-seize works best, and brands like Permatex make solid options. Now, some modern plugs do come pre-treated, but for high-mileage Toyotas, or if you live in tough climates, this step is cheap insurance. Do it right, and your plugs will come out smooth, even 60,000 miles later. Secret number 2. Replace the PCV valve regularly. Here's a part most Toyota owners never think about, but it's one of the most important for your engine's health. The PCV valve. That stands for positive crankcase ventilation. Sounds fancy, but it's basically your engine's breathing straw. It lets gases escape from inside the engine and routes them back into the intake to be safely burned off. The problem? Over time, that little plastic valve gets clogged with oil vapor and carbon. When it sticks shut, pressure builds up. That's when you start seeing oil leaks, blown gaskets, and nasty sludge inside the engine. And the crazy part? Many mechanics won't even bring it up, even though I've seen engines ruined over this $10 part. The fix couldn't be easier. Every 30,000 miles or so, just pull the PCV valve and give it a shake. If it rattles, it's good. If it doesn't, swap it. Some slide right out, others need a wrench, but either way, it's a 5-minute job that can save your Toyota's engine from thousands of dollars in damage. Secret number 3. Don't spray water in the engine bay. Washing your Toyota? Great, but blasting water under the hood with a hose? That's a big mistake. The engine bay isn't like the outside of your car. It's not built to handle water pressure. Sure, everything under there looks tough, but it's loaded with sensitive connectors, sensors, ignition coils, and control modules. One good spray can short out an ignition coil, fry the alternator, or even trigger a bunch of engine codes. I've seen drivers roll into the shop with a no-start problem, and the only cause was water sitting in a sensor plug that never dried out. So, what should you do instead? If you want a clean engine bay, stick to steam cleaning, or just use a little degreaser with a rag and wipe it down by hand. If you must use water, keep it at low pressure, and always cover the sensitive parts like the alternator and fuse box. Remember, your engine doesn't need to sparkle, it just needs to run. Secret number 4. Use high-mileage oil in older engine. If your Toyota has racked up more than 75,000 miles, it's time to rethink the oil you're pouring in. Older engines don't seal up the way they used to. Gaskets shrink, seals get brittle, and the gaps inside the engine get looser. That's when regular oil starts sneaking past seals, causing little leaks, burning oil, or even noisy lifters. The easy fix? Switch to high-mileage motor oil. This stuff is specially made with additives that condition old seals and gaskets, helping them swell back up and reduce leaks. It also packs in extra detergents to fight off sludge buildup, which is common in higher mileage engines. Solid options include Valvoline Max Life, Castrol GTX High Mileage, and Mobil 1 High Mileage. I've seen them make a real difference, cutting down oil consumption and smoothing out the idle on well-used daily drivers. Now, it won't repair a blown head gasket, but it can definitely squeeze a few more good years out of your Toyota's engine. Secret number 5. Inspect the old oil filter. Most people pull off the old oil filter, toss it in the trash, and never think twice. But here's the thing, that filter is like a black box for your engine. It can give you clues about what's happening inside long before you hear a knock or see a warning light on the dashboard. Start with the outside. If the filter looks bloated, dented, or even collapsed, that can mean a clogged filter or a bad bypass valve. Cheap filters with weak construction are especially guilty of this. Now, if you really want to get serious, cut it open. Use a filter cutter or even a hacksaw. Spread open the pleats and look inside. Spot any shiny metal flakes. That's a red flag. It could be bearing wear or piston damage. If you see thick black sludge, your oil is breaking down or you're waiting too long between changes. Every oil change is a chance to learn something about your Toyota's health. Don't waste the info sitting right there in that filter. Secret number 6, smarter air and cabin filter care. Most people swap filters and move on, but here's a better way to save money and protect your engine. First, let's talk about your engine air filter. You're probably replacing it every 15,000 miles or so, and that adds up over time. A smarter move? Buy a washable, reusable filter. Brands like K&N, AFE, and Spectre make ones you can clean, re-oil, and reuse for the life of your Toyota. Sure, it costs more up front, around $60 to $80, but after that, you're done buying new filters. Clean it every 30,000 miles or sooner if you drive in dusty areas. The bonus: these filters let your engine breathe easier, and sometimes you'll even notice better throttle response or a small bump in MPG. Just remember, not too much oil when cleaning, or you can mess with the MAF sensor. Now for the cabin air filter. Most folks yank out the old one, drop in a new one, and call it a day. But all the dust, leaves, and pollen don't just sit in the filter, they pile up in the ducts. That's what you've been breathing in. Before replacing the filter, grab a shop vac with a blower or a can of compressed air. Blow out the vent housing and the outside cowl. You'll be surprised what comes flying out: dirt, bugs, even moldy leaves. As for the filter itself, change it at least once a year or twice if you drive dirt roads or live somewhere dusty. And don't pay the dealership $80 for a 5-minute job. You can do it yourself with one hand and a flashlight. Secret number 7. Don't top off brake fluid blindly. Here's a mistake even experienced drivers make all the time. You pop the hood, notice the brake fluid is a little low, and think, no big deal, I'll just top it off. But hold up. That low fluid isn't always the problem itself. It's often a sign your brake pads are wearing down. Here's why. As the pads get thinner, the caliper pistons extend farther, which lowers the fluid level in the reservoir. That's normal. But if you keep topping it off without checking the pads, you're just covering up the real issue. And it gets worse. Overfill the reservoir, replace the pads later, and if that excess fluid has nowhere to go, it can spill out and damage paint, since brake fluid is highly corrosive. One more thing to keep in mind. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. If it looks dark or dirty, it's not time to top it up, it's time for a flush. So before you add a drop, always inspect the pads first. Don't just treat the symptom, find the cause. Secret number 8. Use fuel injector cleaner. 3 tanks in a row. Want a cleaner fuel system without even lifting the hood? This one's simple, and it works. A lot of drivers pour in a bottle of injector cleaner once and expect magic, but that's like brushing your teeth once a month and hoping for a perfect smile. Doesn't work that way. Fuel injectors get dirty over time, especially if you're running regular gas. Carbon builds up, the spray pattern gets sloppy, and suddenly your idle is rough, mileage drops, and throttle response feels sluggish. The fix? Run a quality fuel injector cleaner 3 tanks in a row, not once, 3 times back to back. Good brands to look for are Techron, Lucas, or Seafoam. Just pour it in before you fill up. Drive that tank close to empty and repeat 2 more times. By the 3rd round, you'll notice the difference: smoother idle, quicker starts, and better fuel economy. And if your Toyota's high mileage, This is one of the cheapest and easiest ways to keep the engine feeling young. Secret number 9. Use a snorkel, even if you're not off-roading. Most people think snorkels are only for hardcore off-road rigs tackling rivers and mud. But here's the thing, a properly installed snorkel can protect your Toyota even if you never leave the pavement. Instead of sucking in hot, dirty air from under the hood, a snorkel raises the air intake above the hood line, pulling in cleaner, cooler air. That means less dust, fewer contaminants, and extra protection during heavy rain or deep puddles. I've seen daily drivers with Corollas, Highlanders, and even work vans like Tacoma and Hilux benefit from one, especially in dusty rural areas or flood-prone zones. If you live near construction sites, drive on dirt roads, or deal with tropical downpours, a snorkel is smart insurance. It won't give you more horsepower, but it will help prevent clogged filters and reduce the risk of hydrolock, a disaster no engine wants. You don't need to be rock crawling in Moab to get the benefit. Sometimes, it's just about being ready for the unexpected. Secret number 10. Stick to Interstate or AC Delco batteries. Let's talk about batteries because not all of them are built to last. Ever grabbed a cheap one and found yourself stranded 6 months later? Yeah, that happens more often than you'd think. Some budget batteries are junk right out of the box, weak cells, low reserve power, and warranties that aren't worth much when the thing dies early. If you want a battery that's dependable in every season, cranking strong in freezing winters and holding steady in scorching summers, go with trusted brands. Interstate and AC Delco are two that have proven themselves over decades. They're reliable, built solid, and come with plenty of cold cranking amps to fire up your Toyota without hesitation. And if you want more options, Consumer Reports has tested others that rank high too: Superstart Platinum, Odyssey, Duralast Platinum, and X2 Power. They cost more up front, but they last longer, perform better, and save you from the nightmare of a dead battery in a dark parking lot at midnight. Now, here is the bonus tip that would save you enough money to plan your next vacation. Bonus secret tip: don't trust blindly on your Toyota dealership. Do you know that car repair shops in the US pull in over $100 billion every single year? And a big chunk of that money comes from drivers paying for things they didn't actually need. And guess who's leading the charge? Dealerships. Now, not every dealership is bad. Some have great techs doing honest work, but too many are driven by quota, not quality. I've worked behind those service counters. I've seen the upsells, the urgent flushes, the surprise $900 bills that started as a simple oil change. Most of the time, it wasn't about your car. It was about the service writer hitting their monthly target. So here's what I recommend. Find a good local mechanic, someone who owns the place or puts their name on the work, someone who looks you in the eye and tells you what really needs fixing and what can wait. Ask friends, check reviews, and stick with shops that build trust, not invoices. Dealerships are fine for warranty work, but for your regular maintenance, an independent shop will often treat both you and your Toyota better. Found this video helpful? Then be sure to watch this video next, where I'm sharing insider tips to make your cooling system last forever.